All right, take 3. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for an Eternal Evolution deep dive. Today, day 1, we're going to be diving into none other than Rickert, a.k.a. Alan Rickman, a.k.a. one of the trio, the Ricky, Bobby, and Randy show. More on that later. We're going to talk about Rickert. We're going to dive deep into his gear, the best way to gear him, his talents. We're going to talk about his exclusive. We're going to talk about where he's good at in-game, and we're going to see some footage of where he excels. Alright, so there he is. I would call him the man, the myth, the legend, but we haven't had enough time to determine if he is a legend yet. So without further ado, let's dive into the footage. Okay, the one and only Alan Rickman. Let's just admire the animation that the devs put into this guy. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. I approve. Even though I don't think of a dark elf when I think of Atlas, I think of the Protoss more so. Anyway, different game. I'm sure all of you get that reference. We're going to discuss Rickert's gear first because his gear, it's not, I guess it is intuitive, but this is what everybody wants to know. So this is what I recommend, given that I've had him for 8 hours, basically. So take that with a grain of salt. On his hands, he's going to have a crit damage primary. And for secondaries, you want to prioritize attack and then crit rate substats in that order. And then the head and the boots are both going to have attack percentage primaries. And you are going to prioritize crit damage and then crit rate secondaries. If you can tack on some extra attack, cool. But crit damage, crit rate on the head and boots for secondaries, and crit attack percentage, and then crit rate on the hands. And then up top on the weapon, chest, and legs, you want to prioritize crit damage, then attack, then crit rate as secondaries. If you can get any two, try to get crit damage for sure and attack. For crit rate, and these are all overload sets, all crit damage sets, all 3. As you see, mine is sitting at 22% crit rate and 136% crit damage from the gear. Total with everything, as you see, I've got them kicking around. What is that? Basically 30 plus 40, basically 70,000 attack and 340% crit damage. That's with the guild tech. Keep that in mind. I got my guild tech maxed on attack and crit damage. So that is how you gear him. All overload sets, look for those primaries and those secondaries. The reason why is dictated by his kit, which we're going to go into now. So his ultimate, flash behind the enemy, kind of like Bailey, inflict damage 4 times. Each time is 320% of attack as damage. So just basically not an AoE, it's a multi-hit. Think of it as a multi-hit. The talent modifier reads when casting a skill. It's just, I don't know if it's ultimate skill or any skill, but he says when casting a skill, Rickert's going to absorb all the soul swords on the sword souls. Ooh, I said that completely wrong. On the battlefield. I'm just going to say soul swords. It's easy. For every 3 absorbed, he can slash 1 additional time. And keep in mind that you can have, it's possible to have 3 soul swords on a fellow assassin at any time. So you can actually do more instances of damage with his ultimate throughout the battle. Sword Soul, I said it right. So this, his first common skill, grant 1 soul sword to allied assassins. When a hero with a soul sword performs a basic attack, and I know I'm going to say it wrong, but I'm going to keep saying it like that, the soul sword will attack with them, inflicting 40% of Rickert's attack as damage to the enemy. It says each hero can have a total of 2 soul swords, but you can actually bump that up to 3 with his exclusive. And the talent modifier reads Rickert gains 1/2 of the crit rate of allies with soul swords. This is why you build them in all crit damage sets, because say I got my Bailey at 80% crit, say I got my Randall at 80% crit, That's 40 plus 40 plus his 20. He's at 100% crit rate, right? And keep in mind, he's going to be taking soul swords, so there's going to be moments in the battle when he doesn't have that high crit rate. But parts of his kit are going to basically refresh this ability so that he's constantly reapplying them. Fallen Vanguard. Teleport behind the enemy with the lowest HP and do a big old mollywop of burst damage for up to 900% of attack as damage. Now, the top line reads inflict 740% damage, like all damage, but then the level breaks shows that it's attack damage, so they just forgot that up top. And the talent modifier reads the crit damage of this skill is increased by 20%. Again, another reason why you want all overload sets to just magnify as much crit damage as you can, because this skill also gets refreshed. Sword Guard. This is his passive. So every time he absorbs one soul sword, he is healed for 8% of his max HP, and that can go up to like 10%. You see right there. So keep in mind, if there's 6 swords out on the battlefield, that's 60% HP. So he's got some passive healing in his kit, literally passive healing. And then when he receives fatal injuries, so when he dies or when he is about to die, he'll become immune to damage. He's going to teleport to a random ally, absorb all their swords they have on them, and this can trigger 2 times. So he's got 2 cheat deaths. And when this happens, the cooldown of Fallen Vanguard is refreshed. So when he's going to die or when he's going to cheat death, he'll go right to the lowest health enemy and just do that big, huge burst damage to them. So so he's going to be doing this skill quite a bit because it refreshes on at least twice per battle for that huge crit damage mollywop. So that's his kit. We're going to go look at his exclusive right now. Laurel, I'd really like to know who Laurel is, but that is a cool name for a sword. So on activation, his ultimate is enhanced. When this skill is cast, so when his ultimate is cast, refresh the cooldown of Soul Sword, which is this, which grants Soul Swords to allies. So every time he does his ultimate, he's gonna refresh that first ability, which passes out the Soul Swords, which gives him ability to heal, which gives him all of his crit rate. And then Soul Sword enhanced, the max amount of soul swords that a hero can have is increased by 1. So that's why I said it's 3, even though his kit said 2. And then that skill cooldown is reduced by 6 seconds, which is a lot. 6 seconds is a lifetime in this game. And that's the 10 exclusive. The 20, Soul Sword Guardian enhanced, which, wait a minute. I'm assuming that means Sword Guard, not Soul Sword Guardian. They really gotta fix this. Really gotta fix that. Yeah, there you go. Fatal injury can be triggered 1 additional time, so it can be triggered 3 times, which refreshes his second skill. So, the English is just funny at this point. Anyways, so his 30, if we were gonna do a 30, which I'm not sure yet. I haven't really thought about it if it's viable. His ultimate gets enhanced again for every 2 soul swords absorbed. So not 3. He's going to do 1 additional hit. So yes, that's not a huge flashy X30, but keep in mind if you're taking him to X30, you're getting all of the damage amplification stats. You're getting all of the increased attack stats. So kind of like Bailey in a way. The 30 might be nice on him, but right now with summoners and stuff, there are a lot of priorities for X30. So is it needed? I would say at this time, no. Is it going to bump up his attack and make to even more absurd levels? Yes. Okay. Talents. As you see mine, because I think Assassins is going to be the 3rd team in PvP. I got him since he's going to be in a PvP team. Talents are maxed. Except for this last defense, because that's really expensive and I don't think he's going to benefit too much from that defense. But otherwise, everything else is maxed. All of his skills. This is crit damage. These are flat attack. You definitely want the crit damage and the attack. Absolute freaking lootly. So talents, easy. Just max them out. He doesn't have a skin. That'd be really cool if we got a skin for him, though. If we're going to look at commanders, Rickert did come with an SSS commander. Now, I got really lucky when I was doing my commander because I got this on the second attempt at rolling up this guy. +2 ultimate on Bailey, +1 ultimate on Rickert. The RNG gods are forever in my favor. Back row gets +750 attack, as well as 6% crit damage. Now, in my PvP team, I paired this guy with Masrani. And plus, they get bonus, assassins get bonus defense. Not the greatest, but you know what? It's going to assassins. All 3 stats and the 2 characters are all viable for an assassin team. I will take it. What does this do anyways? So let's discuss this. The crit strikes of allied heroes inflict... The crit strikes of allied heroes in the enemy's half. I'm assuming that means when they're in the opposite half of the board. Inflict bonus damage equal to 120 to 200% of attack, which it scales with missing HP. So it can be as low as 120, as high as 200. So that's nice. It's going to be a big old damage buff, and they're always going to be porting to the back line. So that's going to be going on quite a bit. When 3 or more assassins are deployed, 1, the ranged damage of allied units is reduced by 30%. So this guy is kind of motivating you to not have like an Emma, to not have any ranged damage dealers. You're probably going to run 3 assassins, a tank, and a healer. And then 2, in PvP, the damage and max HP of all allied units, not just assassins, is increased by 20%. So that's nice too. Tanks, healers, they'll benefit from that as very much. Well, not the damage, but the max HP, cool. And the assassins, 20% more damage, cool. Okay, so this is your commander if you're going to be running him in PvP. Hagridon and Gautier, is that nice? Yes, but you guys got to keep in mind where we are in the metas. So right now, you know, Team 1, this is basically going to be your Vanguard team, right? I am running Serena, and I am running Pain Rune because Hagridon and Gautier, Hagridon is the one you're going to use, gives shields. When they displace, Pain Rune pops the shields and stuns, right? So Pain Rune, it works for assassins really, really well, but it doesn't work with the new SSS commander. So Pain Rune is kind of married to your Vanguard team. Team 3 is your Summoner team, right? Okay. Team 2 is going to be your Assassin. So I'm running Ricky, Bailey, sounds like a NASCAR team, and Randall. It's all NASCAR names. Randy, Ricky, and Bobby, or Bailey, with Masrani. So Masrani is going to give them a little bit of shield, and I don't know. I don't know if Maz is better than Serena. Pick your poison. You could probably get more out of... I just like the AoE because they're going to be taking... Without shields, they're going to be taking more damage. I like the AoE healing. And then I got a level 70 hyper-evolved Oak up front, just trying to hold off the enemy team. So this is... You're kind of pigeonholed into running this commander with them. Could you run a Hagridon with Pain Rune? Yes, but then if you're pulling Pain Rune away from your Vanguard team, you're nerfing that team. So, right? So it's a balancing act. Prototypes. Oh, God. So since you're not running Pain Rune or a Hagridon, I don't like Chaos Chip because in order for that to work, you need a shield. Now, yes, Masrani's going to give a shield sometimes to Ricky Bobby. But that's only sometimes, and it's only 500 attack. I think until we get another prototype, it's either going to be this one, Praying Eyes, which is going to give you basically 36% extra attack every 6 seconds out of every 10 seconds. So that's just flat attack boost all the time for your assassins. That's nice. And then this one is a little bit more RNG because when you inflict a crit, which is already somewhat RNG, you're going to have a 30% chance, which is really bad RNG to inflict bonus damage equal to 3% of your max HP, but 360% of your attack. The user is you, and their attack will be high given all their bonuses. So Dark Summit has the chance to do big burst damage, which, since your assassins are so squishy, I kind of think that's what you want to do, is you want to go for that big, you want to just kill them before they kill you as fast as you can. So use whatever one you want, Chaos Chip, Praying Eyes, or Dark Summit. It's up to you. But for the reasons I already explained, I don't like Pain Rune with them. Now, so that is basically Rickert in a nutshell. Commander's prototypes, gear, kit, mechanics. Where are you going to use this guy? Well, you know what? The new boss in the triangle, I can't remember the first word, I'm not going to try to pronounce it. This boss right here, if you want to do level 6, he's pretty much mandatory. So he has instant viability right there. Instant viability. Just because he's pretty much mandatory there. Now, if we go up to the Lost Valley, Terradome, let's just do one here. I'm really interested to see. Let's throw out Skewer. Let's try something. Let's throw out Daniel too. Let's throw in the buff. Or the commander. Now we want Ricky Bobby. We want the Ricky Bobby team. So we want Bailey, we want you, and we want you. And then I want to leave Leo in there because I don't want to have, because they'll just die without Leo. Let's throw in Pain Rune's not going to help because we don't have a commander that's going to shield us. Let's try Dark Summit. Let's try that. Let's see if I can beat my time. I also want you to watch the damage meter. Let's see. Is it faster or not? And no one's hit their ultimate yet. Okay, here we go. Here go the ultimates. There's that. Now here goes Ricky. All right, Ricky, hit this guy. Boom! Oh, almost killed him. Wow. Wow, I kind of want to try Rakana in there now. We're going to try that. We're going to try Rakana. Boom. Ricky Bobby. Ricky and Bobby. The Ricky Bobby Randy team. You heard it here. You heard it here first, folks. I think this is definitely going to be a high speed. Definitely going to be high speed. Clear time 49 seconds. That's a new record. So look at the damage difference. Ricky did over double of Bobby's damage, and Randall almost did nothing. But keep in mind that I don't know if the Soul Sword extra attack is coming up on Ricky's damage meter or the Assassin's. All right, so now let's try just pulling out and see if we can't do even more. Let's do this. There we go. Let's see if, because I did rebuild my Randall and my Rakana from my recommended gearing on my spreadsheet. All right, let's see if this is even faster. I think that was, what, 49 seconds? But I want to see with all those soul swords if we can't do even more. But look at Rakana just almost died. And now Rakana's dead. So yeah, that's not going to help. Thanks, buddy. Thanks, Rakana. I kind of figured you would fail me. All right, Rakana still sucks. So Terradome. Yeah, that was my fastest time. Terradome, cool. If you're having trouble with the speed run, he's going to help you there. Disa, yeah. So let's get rid of summoners. Let's put in assassins. So Ricky Bobby Randy, the Ricky Bobby Randy team. All right. So I want these guys in the back. Let's see if Randy can tank the boss. Ooh, that's gonna help everybody. All right, that's cool. All right, speed run, ho. Okay. Can Randy survive? Oh yeah, easily. Okay, now he's never gonna come out of shield. He's going to be flipped over or shielded the entire time. Boom. Oh, Ricky you wasted his big hit on the bug. And then Bailey comes in for the mollywop. Oh, there goes Emma. Pop, pop, pew, 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 pew. Okay, Ricky. Big hit, Ricky. Big hit, Ricky. Kill him. It's about tie. I think that's probably going to be about... No, actually, I've had a faster run than 20 seconds. Yeah. Oh, no. Best clear time, 20 seconds. Okay, cool. Well, you can use him in Disa. Sincero, probably, if you have him, you know, but, you know, whatever. Use Dan. Actually, Summoners are probably going to be better there. So we do have the Assassin Bonds in Twilight that you can use him on there. He's going to be effective there, although those are the kind of the ones that I avoid because they suck. I don't like them there. Alter, sure, if you want to use him on an Alter team, probably not going to use them there. You're probably going to use them in Team 3. If you don't have Emma or Azina, maybe you'll run Ricky Bobby here. Probably not Ricky Bobby Randy, but probably Ricky Bobby. So he's going to have some use there. Crimson Abyss, unfortunately, that's a summoner boss, so he's going to have no real use there. Soul Mine, oh yes. Soul Mine Atlas faction, yeah, he is going to be cool there. He's going to be really, really good there. I can't wait. That's going to be a good one. And then Story, maybe you're going to maybe get some use out of him with Story and Soul Mine normal. Arena, you're going to get lots of use out of him in Arena. So yeah, he definitely has some use cases. He definitely takes assassins up a level, so he is definitely usable. Now next, I do have some footage from the new assassin boss highlighting how you need Ricky Bobby Randy, but you can also just get by with Ricky Bobby to get past stage 6 in that new boss. So we're gonna end the video with that footage. So we'll do a little transition and we'll watch some video.
All right. So I realized when I was watching that back on the other monitor that I didn't have my damage meters up for any of those end footages, but we did look at the damage meter after the one Terradome where Ricky completely doubled Bobby's damage. All right, here we go. Okay. So this one, I think I do not have... We're going to actually put my face on it. So you can see my face. There we go. Although that's going to cover the damage meter. So let's move me down here. There we go. Okay, cool. So this footage... Oh, there's no sound. There's no sound. There's no music. Let's turn the music on. There we go. Okay. So, level 6. I had done this one already ahead of time. And I used Leo. Ricky, and Bobby. And then Serena and Maz. Like, level 6, you really do need 2 healers. You really, really do. And if you watch Dan Hellman's video on this, or his footage on this, he just hit auto and completely beat it, and Randy stayed up. My Randy always dies, so I've rebuilt him with more survivability. Hopefully that will make him live longer. Now look already at the damage meter, now that my head's not going to cover it. Ricky is completely destroying Bailey's damage. Like, it's completely destroying. Now here's the tricky part, because Randy just dies to these ads. Like, see, there you go, he's dead. He was taking some AoE and then the boss just hit him. But I'm only 73% of the way, well, so that's 27% of the way through this boss, and Ricky and Bobby just take him by himself. So this is where Leo's kind of nice, because Leo can survive. And when I put Leo in here, I can pretty much do this on auto, which is nice, being able to auto tier 6. But I want to get to the point. So like right here, what I'm doing is I am manually doing, but I went too early there. So Ricky and Bobby, there is where they took the big hits. Ricky can save himself, Bobby can't. And now Bobby's going to die. Or not. So this is one instance. If you look at the damage meter, 156 versus 112, basically outpacing Bobby. And my Bailey, I should stop calling him that. My Bailey is X30, whereas and plus 1 immortal, whereas Ricky is just immortal 0, and he's X20. But they do finish this, like you see. Like, it's just a matter of timing my heals right when the big ad phase comes out, and then it's no problem. But I want to get Randy. I did tweak his helm with HP stats, and I looked for more HP secondaries while maintaining that high crit rate, so that Ricky is benefiting from that crit rate and sealing that crit rate. So there you go. A minute 40 wasn't that difficult at all. And this is, let's just back it up a little bit. There we go. We'll leave it right there. So there we go. 240 versus 170. So not quite. It's basically 70 million higher, which is a significant portion of Bobby's damage. So this boss right here, if you have Ricky and Bobby, Rickert and Bailey, you're going to be able to do it quite well. And I figured this is the best highlight, because when I first brought him in here, I was blown away by how much damage this does. When he does his ultimate, it's just like 2 million, 2 million, 2 million, 2 million, 2 million, 2 million, 2 million. I can't wait till tomorrow after all my refreshes are back up and I can play around with Randy to see if I can keep Randy up and just have a straight assassin go team on this. So I wake up in the morning, hit go, put my phone down, come back, and it's all done. So ladies and gentlemen, that is basically the deep dive into Rickert, the new SSS assassin. If you disagree with anything that I said or showed you in this video, please feel free to comment below. Now, the links to my spreadsheet, which I will update tonight, if you've made it to the end of this, you definitely paid attention to how I geared him. If you made it to the end of this video, I want you to put Ricky, Bobby, Randy in the comments so that I know you made it this far and I can thank you profusely. All the links to all my stuff is in the description of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Till next time, ladies and gentlemen, go smash Twilight. Enjoy Ricky, Bobby, Randy, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers. Peace. Bye-bye.